Not. So Patrick, do we describe this for everybody, Rob?
What?
You describe it. You describe it.
What?
I do enough talking.
I think any car's dead in iRacing. I think it's gone.
Oh, it's definitely. I agree. It's not going to survive much. But I still think we'll find opportunities to race it, just not as fruitful as before. Some of them just want to like make. What's the thing? Like that guy wanted to make like dolls out of Tyler's hair, but then there's just other guys who are just like. He did. He would say weird things to Tyler, man. Like he was a strange guy. And then like other guys would just show up out of nowhere. He's like, "Oh, we never met you? Sure, come race this 24 with us." And then he just jump in the car and wreck us out in a lap and be like, "Okay, never see you again."
Yeah, that
like,
was
okay. Well, better luck next year, I guess.
That was the guy from.
Hello and welcome into another installment of the Cross Series League Racing. My name is Daniel Hall, joined in the booth tonight by Jake Luther and Jonathan Grabowski in our production truck, keeping us pointed in the right direction. And we are coming to you from the beautiful Limaland Motorsports Park in Lima, Ohio. And excited for this one. We're starting the dirt road portion of the season, race 13. So 4 races to go, and they're all going to be on the dirt and in a circle. So Jake, what are you looking for in this last quarter of the schedule?
Yeah, you know, it's that time of the schedule, so it's time to take the dirt road home to finish this one out. So I'm expecting just some craziness, honestly. Small, short tracks, a lot of cars bunched up together. Should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, Adam really put a lot of thought into it. Get everybody riled up all season, get them all mad at each other, and then put them on the shortest tracks and the tightest confines, and let them have at it in some dirt street stocks. These little durable stock cars. So should be exciting. Might see some tempers flare that have kind of been bubbling up all season, but should be some good racing in between all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, speaking of which, I know we were talking about Tim Cox livery earlier. He's included a bandage on the front bumper, specifically for the J-Cam contact patch. We have that. It's on track now, but...
Yep, so these drivers already trash talking, using their car designs a little bit to hammer some points home, as they might be using the cars themselves to hammer some points home later today. But yeah, you can see Tim Cox rolling out there. Little British, his home country inspired livery, and some callbacks to previous races. There you go. Good look at the front of that. The band-aids on the front of that car. So he might play the role of Wrecking Ball tonight. We'll have to see. But these guys are out there qualifying. We got 8 cars registered for tonight. Tim Cox comes around his first lap of a 15:85. We'll see what he does on his second lap. He's going to come around 15:71, so he improves and into 5th. And that looks like all of the field has completed their laps. Some more practice. Josh Clogg with the Cole Trickle inspired livery from Days of Thunder. But that is it for qualifying, and we're gonna jump right into our heat races. We're gonna have 2 heats of 4 tonight. A little tweak to the heat race format that we had in the dirt road portion, but take a look at our grid. We got Adam Thompson continuing his strong showing. He's going to take the pole and start first in this heat race. Josh Clogg is fiercest dirt road competitor. He's going to roll off the grid outside of him in second. Tim Cox and Jerry DiPiero making up row number 2. So, Jake, we got our first heat race on the dirt ovals.
We'll get a good lineup to start here too. You having Thompson and Clogg next to each other right off the bat. Is that a... Okay. An early roll forward from that 177 car in the back. Yeah, this is a pretty stacked first heat too. You have Clogg and Thompson right there, and Tim Cox for some added spice there.
Yeah, we heard that Josh Clogg might not be as good on the dirt ovals as Adam in a few of the interviews after races, but should still be exciting. We'll see if Josh can overcome that. There's a good look at Tim Cox, and that's going to strike fear into the hearts of many a driver tonight if he manages to stay behind him. So we're lined up. They got the one to go. Pace truck is going to pull off the track in 3 and 4. Adam Thompson leads it away, and he's going to get on the gas and go and fire off our first heat race of the night. He's into turn 1. Josh Clogg able to jump down into second behind him. Tim Cox, a little bit of a slide job to Jerry DiPiero, not clear. He already, him and Jerry into the wall. And,
right out of the gate, huh?
Didn't think we were going to get it that early.
That's why he's called him the Wrecking Ball Cox. But it looked still surprisingly clean, you know. A little bit of a wall rub there, but as we've seen from Oval Racing, that now might be the meta.
Yeah, that's didn't seem to hurt the cars too bad. we should hopefully don't see a bunch of that tonight, but you never know. These drivers are going to try to use everything they can to maximize their advantage around here. But everything's kind of settled in. 5 laps to go of this 8-lap heat race, and Adams stretching his legs, already pulled about a second lead over Josh Clogg. So Josh falling in the clutches of Tim a little bit. We'll get a good onboard shot of him, or of Tim, with Tim, I guess. So yeah, he's running a little bit lower than Josh. Josh trying to work his way up the track already.
It might be a little bit too early on for that, it seems.
Yeah, we'll see as the race goes on, the other heat races and B mains and everything go on, we'll see the track develop quite a bit. The lane will go from the bottom and start drifting up the track a little bit. But 2 laps to go, still Adam Thompson out front. Let's see if Tim has anything for Josh Clogg as Adam comes across, takes the white flag. We'll look on with Josh and Tim. Oh, Tim's going to dive it in there. Makes contact. Looks like Tim's going to get the worst of it. Josh keeps going.
It's going to open it up for Jerry, possibly.
Yeah, Jerry dives in there. Looks like those are the first 2 across the line.
Oh, yep.
There is Jerry coming across the line, so we might have to look back and see if anything happened to Tim there. Not sure if we're going to have the replay, but this heat race just keep it rolling. So we already got the drivers lining up for heat race number 2, and Jake, if you want to take us through the starting grid for this.
Yeah, absolutely. We have Jimmy Howitt starting in pole position with that 15.5, following right behind him, Bobby Ross. Following that in 3rd is Kevin Irwin, and to round out that 4th spot is Jake Ham. So, I don't know if you have any thoughts here. I'm going to put my money down on Jimmy Howitt, though, because he seemed pretty quick in the dirt so far, at least out of the trophy trucks, or the Pro 2 lights.
Yeah, it sounds like he's more of a dirt oval specialist of the group in this league. So, looks like he's probably going to do pretty well, and he was able to jump into 2nd. So, and overall in qualifying, so he's going to start on the pole of this heat race. Getting the 1 to go as they cross the line now. So, yeah, I think Jimmy Howard's looking pretty good, but we'll see if any of these others. You got Bobby Ross, Jake Ham. We know they work together really well in the road portion. We'll see if they can do it in the dirt. But here goes Jimmy Howard. He's going to take the green flag. He is off. Yeah, he gets a good jump. Bobby Ross going to look to the inside early. Bobby has to hit the brakes. Yeah, Bobby was able to keep off of him. That was good driving on Bobby's part. But
Like a little bit of contact there with Jake Ham to the rear Bobby.
Yeah, that's going to allow Jake to get to his inside. They're going to run side by side for a little bit as we see Kevin Irwin. It's a little sideways. He's going to fall off of this battle just a little bit. But these two battling hard for 2nd behind your leader, Jimmy Howitt. Bobby Ross staying to the outside, using that momentum, just carrying him through that corner and able to hold off Jake Ham for now. He gets into the wall a little bit coming out of 2, and I've driven quite a few laps in this track, and that wall coming out of 2 really sneaks up on you if you're not careful. So that's something to look for tonight, especially as we crowd this track with a few more drivers than we're going to see in these heat races. So it's something to keep an eye on if you're looking for some action tonight. But halfway in, Jimmy Howitt's still maintaining a comfortable lead. Bobby Ross holding down 2nd. Jake Ham still pretty close. If Bobby makes a mistake, Jake's going to be right there to capitalize on it. It looks like Bobby, I don't know if he tried to kind of cut down on that corner or if he just got loose, but didn't seem to hurt him too bad.
Seems like he's already starting to go a little bit wide.
Yeah, and the line has started to move up. They started to throw some dirt from that inside lane up to the little bit of an outer groove. So we'll see drivers try to use that, maybe make a little bit of a cushion and lean on that really for maximizing their corner speed. But we are already winding down, final lap of this heat race. Jimmy Howitt still inching away from Bobby Ross. Jimmy Howitt's going to come across the line and take the win in heat race number 2. That's going to set him up for a good starting position in the A main. Bobby Ross coming across 2nd, Jake Ham in 3rd, and Kevin Irwin into 4th. So
We're going right into the warm-up here, I think.
Looks like we're going right to the warm-up. So B main skipped. So yeah, we're gonna give these drivers 2 minutes for get the track run in a little bit more, get some practice, see what they got in this car
Yes,
before
let's
they
talk
take on the main.
talk about a little bit that last 2 races I think we saw there. Fighting the guy next to you or in front of you right off the start. Short race. You really fall away from that lead guy quickly, it looks like.
Yeah, the start is going to be a big thing, and we'll see if they can. I think the restarts are going to be critical in this feature too. 30 laps, any sort of trouble, it's going to put out a yellow flag and bunch all these drivers back up. So could be interesting to see who's able to capitalize on any restarts and might take the benefit of that.
And as we see on your screen here, just a reminder that restarts are always a possibility.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely.
We will be keeping an eye on this car for sure. He's terrorized most of the other drivers in the dirt road section, or dirt road portion, and now this dirt oval, it's might be more of the same based on what we saw in that heat race already. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. But warm-up's coming to an end. Drivers are going to be getting ready for the A main and get a grid up once they are done.
Yep. So right before we get into the grid here, what are your thoughts? Who do you think stands the best chance here?
I think Adam he carried over the speed that he had on the dirt road and put it on pole, won his heat race kind of going away. So I think he's one to look for, and I think he's probably got the best chance tonight.
Yeah, definitely a clear favorite here.
All right, here is our grid for our A main event. Adam Thompson, your pole sitter. Jimmy Howitt, winner of heat race number 2 to his outside. Josh Clogg, Bobby Ross making up row number 2. Jake Ham starting 6th. Jerry DiPiero starting 5th. Jake Ham starting 6th. Tim Cox starting 7th inside of row 4. And Kevin Irwin starting shotgun on the field in car number 7. So we'll see if either of those two can make their way up from the last row starting positions they garnered from their heat races. But all the drivers have made it to the grid, so we'll start pace laps. We're going to have 2 of them before they take the green. So you got me on who I'm picking. Who are you picking tonight, Jake?
Ooh, honestly, I want to just try and favor one of the 2 other guys I think are in the running here. I think if Howitt can get a good start, he seems like, quite the dirt road specialist, so I think he always has room to surprise us there. And, Clogg's just always quick everywhere, so can't rule him out either. I think it'll with how the start goes.
Sounds good. They definitely could be competing for this win, but lights are out on the pace track. These drivers have gotten the 1 to go signal, so they will make their way down the backstretch into 3 and 4, and they will get the green next time they get to the start line. Adam Thompson leading your field. Jimmy Howitt, Adam Thompson already off and away. Early start on there. Josh Clogg going to look to the inside to maintain that. Adam Thompson hard into turn 1, drifts up a little bit, but he's still out front. Jimmy Howitt, though, hounding him really hard right behind him in second. Josh Clogg able to hang on for third after that all gets sorted away.
Yep. Yeah, looks like the outside line's really starting to pick up here. Jimmy's been riding that now. He's been slingshotting out of the corners.
Yeah, a couple of the backmarker drivers just looking to make some ground up on the high side, get that groove worked in so they can start making passes, work their way up through the field. You see Jake Ham, a good example of that. He's to the outside of Jerry DiPiero for 5th. But Bobby Ross also up there. He's looking to make a move maybe on Josh Clogg, but everyone's kind of got it more or less figured out where you enter really high and kind of cut down in the middle of the corner. Good onboard here from Bobby Ross, seeing the battle for the lead there between Jimmy Howitt and Adam Thompson. Jimmy Howitt starting to look at the inside on Adam, but Adam able to keep the momentum up on the outside.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really hard to facilitate a pass around the inside here. It just seems like the outside's kind of developed here. to be the quicker line.
Yeah, and if you can hit that outside every lap, it does make it hard for anybody to get by you. But we never know. There could be some issues there, like we just saw Jake Ham got into the wall, and there's 3 wide. That's not going to work. Tim Cox goes around.
Cox right in the rear end of Kevin there.
Yeah, see if he can get it back going. It looks like he does. He's going to get away and not bring out a yellow, so that's going to hurt Tim's chances of winning this race, although I'm not sure they were super high to begin with. But on up here now with Josh Klog, he's in the 51, despite what our timing tower says. So he is rocking that mellow yellow Days of Thunder paint scheme, which gotta be the favorite paint scheme from that movie.
Right into the clutches of Bobby Ross now, though. He keeps working his way around the outside. Be a pass here.
Bobby able to just get to the rear quarter panel, prevent Josh from getting all the way out to the wall on the straightaway. Keeping it clean so far. We'll see if Josh is going to have to pull a slide job and bury it deep in the corner, trying to stay ahead of Bobby. But Bobby's really working that high side, getting the momentum up, getting the run out of the corner, and able to stay right there on Josh Klog's rear quarter panel.
Meanwhile, they're going to slip away a little bit. Sorry, of Howitt. It's really becoming, I think, a two-man battle up there as Klog and Ross are slowing each other down quite a bit here.
Yeah, those two drivers driving side by side, battling. They're not on the ideal line, and that's allowed the two leaders to sneak away. It's like Josh was able to clear him in that straightaway. We'll see if he keeps taking that line away. It looks like he's figured out something on the bottom that Bobby has not been able to get as much speed now. So look back, here's Kevin Irwin in 7th, looking at Jake Ham maybe for 6th place. See if he can make a move around him. He's got a little damage from that run-in with Tim Cox. Looks like he's got both sides. I think he was in kind of the sandwich of that 3 wide on the exit of that corner. And unfortunately, Tim not able to keep the car straight out of the corner. But back up to this battle for 3rd. I think this is the best battle on the track right now. We're already at halfway. We're 15 laps to go in this. So race is quick. Tim Cox looks like he got some trouble maybe trying to get into the pits, but that is going to bring out a caution. So we're looking at Tim Cox now. This is a replay. We're gonna see what happens. Looks like, yeah, overcooked it in 3 and 4 right in front of your leader.
Just put a little bit too much pepper on it.
Yeah. That is not what Adam wanted to see in front of him, nor what he wants to see now. Is that's going to bunch the field back up, give Jimmy Howitt another opportunity to kind of use this restart to... Oh! I don't know if that was intentional or not. I know these cars can get a little tricky to handle at low speed, but let's see if maybe Jimmy wasn't incredibly happy with the way Adam did that initial start. I don't know if I didn't see any other contact there.
We'll see here, though. It might be in Jimmy's favor, though, if he can take advantage of this outside line. See if Adam can hold it.
Yeah, we'll see if he can time up Adam's restart. But they're going to come around 3 and 4 and get the green flag. Adam Thompson, not a bad start, but Jimmy Howitt's still right there. And looks like Josh Klog going to be right up there on the inside, too. That outside lane is just too powerful. Jimmy's going to have the run, going to be able to solidify 2nd. It looks like 3 wide almost behind him. This battle in the back is really heating up. Bobby Ross is going to... Yeah, he might lose a spot here to Jerry DiPiero.
I think someone's got to give it up at this point, though. This is where you don't want to lose that, that gap to first. You have to just at some point accept that... someone's got to give, or else you're both just going to be, disconnecting from that front spot.
Yeah, these drivers are not taking that advice, though. They're going at it. We got 3 wide for a moment in the middle of the corner there. Jake Ham on the inside, Jerry DiPiero running in the middle, Bobby Ross right up there on the top side. But Jerry's going to hang with him. He's trying to get that inside lane working as we wind down the laps. We're at 7 laps to go. This race has gone by quick. So Adam Thompson's still out front. He's just inching away, trading good laps there with Jimmy Howett, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for Jimmy Howett to kind of run him down as we see Josh Klog slide up right in front of Bobby Ross. These three cars now battling really hard for third. Josh Klog, Bobby Ross, and Jerry DiPiero. Looks like Jerry's able to make up ground into the corner, but just that outside lane's able to have so much more momentum. But Josh Klog really feeling the pressure now from Bobby Ross, and that's going to allow Jake Ham to get up in this mix too. Bobby has to go to the inside lane to seal off Jake Ham, but that's going to allow Jerry DiPiero. He's inching forward on Josh Klog. Maybe they figured out something on the inside, and right as I say that, oh, looks like we have a issue. Jake Ham gets into the back of Bobby Ross. Bobby's able to keep the car rolling. I don't know if that's going to bring out a caution, but that's there. Back to this battle. Josh Klog and Jerry DiPiero. We got 2 laps to go. These two are still side by side. It'll be interesting to see who's able to get an advantage and maybe pull it out in the drag race to the line. But white flag in the air. Adam Thompson still your leader. Jimmy Howett's going to have a miracle or something to be able to get him. But Jerry DiPiero, you can see in the background, looks like he's pulled out to third. Jimmy Howett's going to send it in. Looks like he's not going to pull any sort of miraculous slider. Adam Thompson is going to take the win in the first round of the Dirt Oval.
Oh, is that after the line?
That's after the line. Jerry DiPiero ended up third. Kevin Irwin in fourth. What happened to Josh Klog? Josh Klog, Bobby Ross, the main battle for third. They're falling down the order. They're 5th and 7th. So this is the battle. This is the last lap. Josh Klog on the outside. Jerry DiPiero on the inside. Jake Ham, tried maybe a slide job and just wasn't able to get in front. And that's going to wipe both of them out. That is unfortunate for them. But we'll take a look at the results now. Adam Thompson, your winner in the first round of this Dirt Oval portion of the schedule. Jimmy Howett bringing home second. Jerry DiPiero was using the inside to kind of catfish his way around on the bottom and brought it home third. Kevin Irwin bringing it home fourth. Looks like he was able to dodge that last lap issue. Josh Klog in 5th, and Jake Ham in 6th after their run-in on the last lap, and Bobby Ross in 7th with his little bit of an issue just before that. Tim Cox bringing it home 8th, 1 lap down. So, yeah, that was a quick one tonight, Jake.
Yeah, no kidding. Short oval, short race, but that's going to have a big impact on the championship here, though, as I know Klog and Adam are both contending right now for the #1 spot, and it's not the finish Klog would want to see.
Yeah, but it is the finish that Adam Thompson wanted to have tonight. And look at that, he's in our interview booth. Adam, you mentioned it the last couple weeks. You were looking forward to this Dirt Oval. You thought you could capitalize on it, and you did. You came home with a win.
Yeah, I did. Gonna have to go look at, I think, probably some stuff towards the end. I don't ever want to see a race end like that. I already am hearing about some things. Yeah, I'm glad I took the W. And it doesn't take away from the battle that Jimmy and I had. He kept me honest the whole time, and he only needed one chance. He needed one, and he tried to do it there on the last lap, and it was close. It was very close. So congrats to Jimmy, and good race in between me and him. But yeah, I'm more worried about what exactly happened for a little further back.
Yeah, it was some interesting issues back there. We kind of got a little bit of those on the broadcast. But speaking of your win, and how are you able to hold off Jimmy Howett and kind of take on that pressure and keep him behind you?
So, as you guys know, if you haven't already, Jimmy and I are pretty close friends, and we were hanging out in the Discord together. And even before the first caution, he goes, I need you to make one mistake. And I was worried. I mean, that was the most pressure I'd had in quite a while leading the race. And, Clog definitely kept me honest in the dirt road, but Jimmy excels at these dirt ovals. And I really thought I was going to make a mistake. Got a little bit wide once. I'm sure you guys caught it. Tapped the wall maybe a couple times, but these aren't sprint cars. These are dirt street stocks, thank God, or we maybe not be having this conversation right now.
Yeah, that is one thing. These cars are a little more forgiving than some of the higher powered cars on the service, but provide some great racing, and congrats on not making any mistakes and taking home the win. Anybody you would like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my Lord. I'm just kidding. That's all Jimmy. I'm going to leave that one up to Jimmy. But no, I'd like to thank everybody that are, part of the league. My wife watching it. I know my mother-in-law, Teresa, is watching it as well. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching me win. It's been a good few months, a good few weeks at least. Finally, I'm starting to get my wins back, and always going to shout you guys out. And I'll put it on the broadcast because why not? You guys don't listen to the podcast. You guys are basically working without pay right now, and I want to thank you guys for doing that. It's been pretty tough for me and my wife the past couple months, but we're getting through it like everybody does, and everything will get back to normal. But thank you guys for continuing to put this show on every weekend. And yeah, all of the drivers that showed up and the admins and for XSLR, everybody. But yeah, no, huge shout out to you guys for doing this. It means a lot. Like I've got, I've said this in the podcast and I'll say it again. I've got, friends, right? Like people you can rely on, people you can count on. Yeah, you guys aren't making that much, but you guys still deserve your money, but you're still here doing it anyway. So thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been fun. This is a great opportunity, and thanks for letting us do this with you. So we'll let you go and enjoy the win.
Yeah, thank you, and enjoy Jimmy's interview, guys.
All right, that was our winner tonight, Adam Thompson, and Jake. I'll let you have the Jimmy Howard interview.
Yep, Jimmy, how are you? How you doing?
Good. How are you, Jake?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. So P2, I guess we had the first heat race. Looks like you kind of walked away from it there, but come to the main, chasing down Adam. Describe. First off, you had a nice kind of battle in the beginning with Clog. I don't know if you can walk your way through that, how you kind of maintain your position there.
Yeah, I just pretty much stuck to the grip and figured it would hold me through on the outside lane because the track was so worn out. And that's pretty much what I stuck to the whole time when fighting Clog. And catching Adam, that's a whole different beast. I mean, guy's the fastest in his own league. Little fishy, but whatever. Moving on.
Accusations being made. All right. Yeah, and it also looked like you almost had a little pass there right at the end going to that last lap. Do you know where you just kind of had that little idea for it, or is it just might as well try something?
That's just what we call out here a full fucking send. You know what I mean? I just full sent it. I didn't know if it was going to work. I didn't think it would either. It didn't, but at least I could say I sent it.
Yeah, definitely close and definitely better than some other sends we saw from, I think, Jake Ham further down the grid. All right. Any other comments from the race? Observations? Things we might have missed?
I just want to shout out dirt ovals. They're the best thing in this game. I don't care what anybody else says, even if they hate them. They're the best. That's the reason why I got this game. So shout out to dirt ovals. Hope they stick around.
Great. All right. Anyone else do you want to thank before you pop off here?
Not this week.
Got it. All right. Well, thank you, Jimmy.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. Congrats on that P2.
All right, that was our second place finisher, Jimmy Howard, and I've caught up with our third place finisher, Jerry DiPiero. Jerry, I think this is the first time we've gotten to interview you this season. How are you able to pull off third tonight?
Especially on a dirt oval. You will never see me in a dirt oval. That was That was interesting. I did not expect this at all, people.
Yeah, well, it looked like you had the inside line working really well, and kind of use that to your advantage to get by a couple of your competitors. Was that the plan going in, or is that something you kind of figured out in the feature?
Well, let me tell you, that was the hardest type of driving I think I've ever done, was that inside line. I was sawing at the wheels so hard because I didn't want to move up and hit Clog or whoever was beside me. So that was difficult, but it worked.
Yeah, I know some of the World of Outlaws sprint car guys say the bottom's too much like having a job, but you worked it tonight and got up there for this third place. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Yes, you guys, of course, and this league. I've been with this league since the beginning, so and I'm still here. So they're not getting rid of me so soon. Thanks, guys.
Sounds good, Jerry. Well, congrats on the third, and we might see you back in some of these others if you get some of the techniques figured out.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Sounds good. So that was Jerry DiPiero, our third place finisher. Sounds like he was not too experienced on the dirt ovals. Kind of maybe benefited from some competitors, but he was able to bring home third.
Yeah, that's a very good start to his first, I think, dirt oval race then.
Yeah, that was interesting, and that just goes to show kind of the drivers out of their element. They know they're not maybe dirt oval aces, but still come out here and can have some good runs, and it's really tests you on all facets of your racing. This league does, so it's a good time if anyone else wants to join in. You're coming to the end of this season, but I'm sure they'd love to have you out there. In the meantime, we do have some upcoming broadcasts here on Slow Motion Broadcasting. On Tuesday, March 28th, 8:45 p.m., we have Wrong Stuff Racing League coming back from Hockenheimring in GTP, LMP2, and GT3 machinery. That'll be a good one. Also on March 28th at 9:10 p.m., American Muscle Series goes to Barber Motorsports Park in the Mustang FR 500s. That'll be a good show as well. And then Thursday night, March 30th, 9:15, Spec 5 World Tour racing Mazda MX-5s from VIR. That'll be a good time. Plenty of action at that newly refreshed track on iRacing. So that'll be a good time. And then join us back here 1 week from today, Sunday, April 2nd, 8:10. We're back in these dirt street stocks from Lanier Speedway. So another tight little bull ring of a track. We might see some more action and intense racing. But Jake, any final thoughts before we roll this one up?
Yeah, I think that race went just about as expected with a few little twists there, but definitely check out that WSRL series. I hear there's some pretty good drivers there in the GT3 specifically. No one in particular, but
I also hear the commentary is pretty good on that too. So.
Oh yeah, I heard
but
that.
No bias from either of us.
Oh no, not at all. Never. All right.
Right, that will do it for us tonight for the Cross Series League Racing. I've been Daniel Hall, joined by Jake Luther and Jonathan Grabowski. Have a good one.
Not. So Patrick, do we, do we describe this for everybody, Rob?
What?
You
What?
describe it. You describe it. I
What?
do enough talking.
Whatever. I think any car's dead in iRacing. I think it's gone.
Oh, it's definitely. I agree. It's not going to survive much, but like, I still think we'll find opportunities to race it, just not as fruitful as before. Some of them just want to like make. What's the thing? Like that guy wanted to make like dolls out of Tyler's hair, but then there's just other guys who are just like. He did. He would say weird things to Tyler, man. Like he was a strange guy. And then like other guys would just show up and he's like, "Oh, we never met you? Sure, come race this 24 with us." And then you just jump in the car and wreck us out in a lap and be like, "Okay, never see you again."
Yeah, that
like,
was
okay. Well, better luck next year, I guess.
that was the guy from